First, just a brief outlook on why are we solving the challenges that we're working on. And here is the money quote that I took from a report by Forrester. I absolutely love this quote. And that's indeed one challenge that we see with all of our clients, that a lot of data has been created, is being created day in, day out, is even being acquired. Maybe less so in the industries we're looking at today than in financial services, but still there are lots of third-party premium data sources that are being consumed. What is lacking is the ability to take this data and extracting these insights. And that is exactly what we are going to focus on today, what we at Squirro focus on day in, day out for all of our clients. And the reason we do this are these numbers that we've taken from IDC, from Gartner, from Forrester, and they talk about what it means to be an insight-driven company, or rather the value, the benefits it brings. We see a massive difference in terms of annual revenue increases. We see that insight-driven companies are able to acquire customers at a significantly higher rate, that they're much more likely to be profitable across the board, and that also their investments tend to have a much higher return on investment, specifically also in the context of what they do with the data, how they apply that to customers. Hence, what we focus on is how can we help you to become such an insight-driven or an AI-driven business. We do that represented with this pyramid that we see here on the screen, where often the first challenge is to take this deluge of data that you're feasting on and even just make it searchable. Give access to that data to everybody at your organization, what sometimes gets called data democratization. So the ability to have a cognitive search layer on top of this data. Once you've achieved that, you can easily go in and create what we call insight cockpits. So you can then, for example, take this data and model a client 360-degree view, or you can take this and look at the output or the relevant data for one specific innovation, for a specific research topic that your firm is working on. This can then be leveraged to create decision intelligence. In a client context, that can mean the ability to create leads by analyzing this data, by preempting a few decisions and creating the right triggers. In other contexts, this can be content recommendations to say, based on certain reading patterns, these might be the next research item, the next patent, or the next report that you should be looking at. And then the final state of this pyramid is AI-driven recommendations. Can you go as far as automating certain patterns or create certain recommendations that can be brought right at the center of attention, that can be brought, for example, in front of a salesperson or a research scientist?